So I'm sitting in the front seat of my mother's 1978 Oldsmobile Custom Cruiser 9-passenger wagon. Sorry, it's maroon. Everything is maroon. The seats, the carpet, the dashboard, the exterior. The only interruption into the maroon is the fake wood paneling on the side, which matches the fake wood paneling on the dashboard. Anyway, I'm in a Fiddler on the Roof outfit because that night I had a dress rehearsal for our high school production of Fiddler on the Roof, and I was a model dancer. So we're driving up I-95 towards Reston, Virginia, and I have a final interview for a congressional scholarship for a full year scholarship to go to Germany for my junior year of high school. And so we're going to the interview, and I was actually pretty surprised that I was a finalist for this interview. My mother was even more surprised because she didn't know I had even applied to the scholarship to go. And so we're on our way. And the other reason I was wearing this outfit was because I thought it would make me memorable and stand out and maybe help me get the scholarship. And so apparently it worked, because a few weeks later I was on my way, and we started with a intensive learning, language learning institute in Germany, because many of us, like I had taken junior high German, but none of us were ready for the day-to-day living in Germany, speaking German. So one of the ways that they decided to teach us was by teaching us songs. And so the first song that they taught us was to the tune of She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain When She Comes. And it was, Ich bin Ausländer und spreche nicht gut Deutsch, which means I'm a foreigner and I don't speak German well. Ich bin Ausländer und spreche nicht gut Deutsch. Bitte langsam, bitte sprechen Sie doch langsam. Ich bin Ausländer und spreche nicht gut Deutsch. Please slowly, please slowly, please speak slowly, because I'm a foreigner and I don't speak German well. So that was a particularly pragmatic song to teach us. Later, when I taught German to traveling Americans, I used that song. Then we moved into some German pop songs, and I don't know if it was like a cultural thing, like they wanted us to experience the culture too and learn these songs, but the one I remember was by a guy named Udo Lindenberg, who was kind of, if you know Rick Ocasek from The Cars, meets Tom Jones. And so this kind of crooner that would wear these glasses. And the song they taught us was Cello, which is cello. And so it went, Du spieltest Cello in jeden Saal in unserer Gegend. You played the cello in every performance hall in our area. Ich saß immer in der ersten Reihe. I always sat in the front row. Und ich fand dich so erregend, and I found you so stimulating. Cello, cello. Du warst eine Göttin für mich, you were a goddess to me. Und manchmal sahst du mich an, and sometimes you looked at me. Und ich dachte, and I thought, man oh man, man oh man. So that song was not necessarily practical for us to learn, but it was good to know the word stimulating, I guess, in Germany. So after that, we got on a train and we headed to our host families. I ended up in a little town called Meerbusch-Osterrath, and I was at the high school was Städtisches Meerbusch Gymnasium, where I was quickly introduced to my German counterparts, and learned very quickly. They had learned what Americans were supposed to be like by watching television. And so I was not a tall, blonde football player, and so they were disappointed by that. And then my family was not like the Ewings or like the Carringtons on Dynasty. And so that was another disappointment to them. And so I was having a really hard time making friends. I took music class because I thought maybe I'll find other people that are like into musical theater and stuff like me. And in that class, they were doing American folk songs. So I thought, oh, perfect, And so I went in the first day, and they were saying, if I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, right? Except they were saying it, if I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. And I was like, it's kind of harsh when you sing it that way. I mean, it was very like German, kind of staccato. Anyway, it didn't go over well with the instructor, who didn't like that I was challenging the way he was teaching American folk songs, and the other students weren't so jazzed about that either. So I had a really hard time meeting people. I had no friends, and in fact, even in the host family I was in, they had a dog, so I spent a lot of time with that dog because I had no one else to talk to, and even the dog bit me. So it was not a good experience. But in any case, I did finally meet one person. Berit Sonnenborg was my one friend in Germany, and her boyfriend, kind of reluctantly, was my friend too, Markus Burgdorf, and we became friends. In any case. It wasn't a great experience, and I do kind of regret sometimes that I missed my 11th grade year in Virginia Beach, Virginia in high school. Pharrell Williams was a classmate of mine, so I could have really been something. But I do kind of regret it, and then I think about it, and honestly, so that song, Cello, by Udo Lindenberg, like, he talks about how into this cellist he is, and I was thinking, like, well, like, that's a soloist, right? Like, that's not an orchestra he's chasing after, it's a soloist. And it really made me think about, it's cool to be a bottle dancer in a group of bottle dancers, and it's cool to be in a chorus and do harmony and be a part of something, but it's kind of next level to carry the melody on your own. And it's kind of next level to write your own song. And I think what I learned that year, when I was 16, is that I'm okay on my own, and I can do it on my own, and I'm really a pretty good guy, even if the dog didn't think so, and even if none of the people in my high school thought so. So I kind of regret that I missed out on a lot, but I'm also really happy that it happened, and it's so early in age, because I think it set a course for me that really allowed me to write my own song and my own melody, and I'm proud of that. So that's